Nerf. We know them for the humble foam dart and foam dart blaster. The first blaster by Nerf was created in 1989 with the Blast-A-Ball. However, when people talk the history of Nerf, they usually bring up the Nerf Ball, which released in 1969, and instantly hop towards the Blast-A-Ball or original Sharpshooter from 1992. Yet they always forget to mention what happened in those 20 years between the Nerf Ball and Nerf Blast-A-Ball. So, I am here to tell that story. The story of Nerf's forgotten chapter. Nerf before blasters. Let's get right into it. Just a quick side note before we fully get started. For those worried about continuity, we're bouncing back and forth between 1970s and 1980s, about 20 or so odd years. So, there is no beginning or end. There is just us hopping back and forth between these 20 years and this missing chapter that nobody seems to talk about. So, for now, this is it. So, let's get into it. We begin in the year 1969 with two men who came to the company Parker Brothers, most well known for their board games Monopoly and Risk. And these two men had a foam football game that they came up with that was safe for indoor play. Parker Brothers loved the product and called it Nerf, named after the Nerf bars, which are protective tubes utilized to avoid minor collisions during off-roading. And a little while later, Parker Brothers started production of the Nerf Ball, which was an instant success, selling 4 million units by 1972, and eventually spun off into the 1970s with the Nerf Flying Disc. 1970 didn't only bring in the Flying Disc, it also brought in the Super Nerf Ball, and along with the Super Nerf Ball came the first Nerf commercial, featuring the iconic 60s band, The Monkees.
Hey, let's play ball.
In the house?
Sure.
Hey, what are those things anyway?
They're Nerf balls. Spongy foam. That doesn't hurt anything.
Nerf balls.
You got your Nerf.
Hey, so where did you get these Nerf balls from, Mick?
From Kool-Aid, free. You send in the top of 20 packs of regular Kool-Aid or 10 packs of sugar-sweetened Kool-Aid to Kool-Aid, P.O. Box 600, Bradley, Illinois, and get a free Nerf ball.
A Nerf's a Nerf.
The Flying Disc was basically just a disc made from Nerf foam. However, the spin-off was a big success, spawning in dozens of derivatives. Now we skip to 1983 for our final general foam product entry, the Nerf Boomerang, which was released in 4 different colors: blue, orange, green, and black. This product was apparently a big success, so much so that in present day 2026, Nerf is still making them, dubbed the Slingerang. And that closes out that portion of this chapter. Now, that wasn't all that exciting. However, the next portion, or the next segment, is a lot more predictable from Nerf at the time. 1972 brought every elementary schoolyard's favorite chew toy and disease carrier, the Nerf football.
Nerf football, rah, rah, rah. You can watch it go. Nerf football, rah, rah, rah. Easy to catch and throw. You can go for the long bomb. Punt and retreat. It's easy to grip when you pass or receive. Nerf football, rah, rah, rah. You can watch it go.
Nerf football from Parker Brothers.
Now, beyond this playground icon, there isn't really anything else of note beyond Nerf producing their rendition of practically every sport under the sun. Basketball, fencing, soccer, football, golf, hockey, softball, and so much more. So, to save time on me not giving simple descriptions of sporting equipment, maybe it's best to move on. Move on to our final topic of the video. The odd subject. Nerf oddities. Let's get right into it. Nerf in 1973 wasn't as we know it as today, with predictable releases of blasters and sporting equipment. They got a little funky and odd with their releases. 1973 brought the Nerfmobile to the table, or racetrack in this case. These were little foam vehicles that came in a truck or old-fashioned car varieties. These were advertised for ages 3 to 6, so a lot different age range compared to modern foam dart blasters. 1976 brought the Nerf Critters, which were basically the same as the Nerf Mobile, except they were bug-themed. 76 also brought along the man, the myth, the Nerfle-saving legend, Nerf Man. This collector's item and complete oddity in Nerf history has 2 points of articulation, stickers symbolizing a chest emblem and eyes, and of course, his cape. 1976 wasn't done yet, releasing 3 flying-themed products. 2 model planes dubbed the Classic Fighters. We had the Spad and the Fokker, ripped straight from the skies of World War I. There was a sort of budget option, being the Nerf Gliders, released in a wide variety of 4 versions. 1977 shoots us back to our Nerf Mobile roots with the Circus Train. Not much to cover here, and let's shoot up to 1980. Nerf wouldn't release any more products until 1981, and in 81 they had 2 sort of nitro precursors, the Stunt Car and Hot Shot Car. These are definitely outshined by their projectile grandchild, and they're still cool to look back upon, but are definitely not as cool as Nerf Nitro. 1983 created one of them, if not the oddest Nerf release of all time, the Loch Nerf Monsters. These were little rubber bat toys, a lot like rubber ducks, except these had cloth bathrobes on them. Now, to avoid YouTube taking down this video for naked monsters, we should probably move on. 1985 brought a whole new world to foam and Nerf. The Nerfles. Now, as much as I love these guys, I'm going to be skipping them, as they just deserve their own in-depth explanation and video essay. So, back to your regularly scheduled whatever the fuck Nerf was doing in 1987. Oh, alien shit! So, is there a big glaring reason as to why these 20 years of Nerf's past is just looked over and not talked about? Well, no. Nerf, for recent history, has been first and foremost a blaster brand. However, non-blaster products have been an integral part of Nerf's brand, image, and I'd say tradition. Somehow, every year, Nerf has managed to put out a non-blaster product. And as repetitive as they have a really underappreciated impact on Nerf as a brand as we know it today. Nerf is still putting out dozens of Nerf non-blaster products, year after year, decade after decade. And as a Nerf hobbyist and sort of Nerf historian, I'd hate to see this part of Nerf's past and Nerf's tradition overlooked and just not talked about. Well, what do you say? Does this chapter of Nerf's history deserve more recognition? Let me know in the comments down below. And I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya. Which are protective tests, spawning in dozens of derivatives. I'm using big words today, this is hard. However, the spin-off was a big success, spawning tons. The most interesting and odd portion, Nerf as a sort of spiritual successor. These cute and cuddly and oh, most important, I can't read my own handwriting. Can you read that? It's like preschool. Oh my god. And 10 minutes later, I'm done. See you in another 10 months, I guess.